I'm going to show you how to wire a light using a knife, a pair of pliers, and universal screwdriver, all of which are hand tools. So we have a light in front of us, but it's broken. And I'm going to, well, I'm just going to fix it. So, I've got a bunch of pieces here. And basically my mom was taking it apart. And she thought like it had broken her hands and whatnot. So she thought it's done. And I showed it to her. I literally plugged this piece into an outlet. Just put a wire here and a wire here, plugged it in. Obviously the light works. And we're going to just reassemble it, so to speak. So I started to show her, and I'm like, hey, I can make a nice little video out of this. You know, goof around a little bit, show you guys some of my skills. Not really, just probably goof around a little bit. I don't really recommend doing it this way. This is a very dull knife too. But I keep it dull on purpose. Now I'm just making it long enough, so that they will hit either side point. So I think if I give it another little inch or so, then we will be fine. Again, this is a very dull knife. I suggest you use a pair of side cutters when you do it. And doing this kind of work is very simple. Like, you don't really have to worry about being electrocuted until you plug it in. So at this point, it's pretty easy. Now, it's always good to have a licensed electrician do this kind of stuff. And as I said, my knife is very dull. I don't keep it sharp because I use it as a lever and lots of other things. So it just needs to be in that physical knife shape. Now this light originally, there we go, my mom originally fixed way back in the day. So that's one side done. So I tend to want to just kind of twirl these together so that all the strands are together. I'm almost going to make this a bit longer. Maybe I should get around to sharpening this thing so it is a little bit more useful. All I really do with it is open boxes. And that would be about it. So its ability is not needed. There it is. So just making sure, yeah, it's perfect length. So I will continue. And then once I'm done all this, as far as, you want to make sure they're both the same length. Once I'm done all this, there, see? Beautiful. First time. I found the sharp part of the knife. Now, I'm going to, yeah, I will be right back. Oh. Alright, so we are currently continuing to fix the old light. So we want to put the base of the bulb on after the light shade. Okay, so this is the light shade Mom wants to put on. Just kidding. And we'll put this on. This is where it gets a slightly bit more difficult. And we put this little piece on, which is for the socket. That goes over top. I'm just gonna kind of turn this up here. This is a lamp I think Mom found. She used to, when she was younger, go through older abandoned homes or cottages. And I have a theory on which cottage it was, because I used to do the same thing. We just went at separate times. It was kind of funny. But I used to go through, this is all when I was a kid. And these are places that are long abandoned, and eventually they were torn down. But I would go through as a kid, because I knew my mom did, and I would just kind of like investigate and stuff. Like there'd be roofs caved in, it'd be kind of scary. And after watching horror movies as a kid, I was petrified of these places. We also have to fix the outlet. My mom did that, and although it works, I don't like it. So I'm going to take it apart and rewire it properly. So the next part will be a little more harder. So I'm going to pull the wire out. So while I'm holding on to it, I realize that I can pull the wire out. I'm going to give myself lots of length, because that'll help me in the end. Okay. So we are hard on this right now, getting it done. And I can pull this through now. And, oh, it's holding up. Okay, good. That's great. So now we have this out, and that means we can start assembling it. Okay, so this I believe goes over top, and yes it does. Nice. So we can worry about that later. Now, this is a light bulb, so it doesn't really matter what side you attach, just so you guys know. I'm sure there's somebody out there who's going to tell me, but right now, as of this, it doesn't matter. Now recently, I got some LED bulbs for the house, and I was on Amazon for those. So I will be putting an LED light, and I put this in backwards, but what we should do is you go with the turning of the screw. So this is the hot side, that's the neutral side, and the marking on here, if there was one, and there is. So this one has a bit of a marking here, and that says to me that it's the hot side. So we will put that on the hot side, and we will use the neutral side for the silver. Now, when you put this in, you want to go with clockwise. So righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So when you turn this screw, this wire will actually tighten up with the socket. So it'll look like that, just as so. Then you grab your fancy handy-dandy screwdriver and you tighten it up. And boom, you're done. See how the wires got pressed in? That's what would have happened with all of it if you did it the opposite way. So we just flip over this side, and we do the same thing once more. Undo the screw a little bit more, and get ourselves all done up. And we just screw it in there. Just kind of like so. That's the first time I've done a video like this, as this. And that's how you turn the light on and off, da-da-da. So now we just bring it backwards. Yep. So, so this ruffled piece goes right over top. The insulator goes, which is cardboard, again goes over top. And there you go. So this is effectively done, and I'll put this into the bottom of the socket, and we are finished. So everything clicks into place as so, and it's all resting on top, which I'm going to use hot glue. There we go. Boom. And we will secure everything that way, and Mom will be happy. Hopefully no electrical fires. Either way, I will have fixed this better than what she did. So. So now we are on to the plug-in side. Let's see what kind of disaster is in here. This has probably been like this for a good, let's say 15 years. So this comes apart by popping this out, and then this comes out. Upon an investigation, I found enough for a nice flat screwdriver, and apparently, hopefully this doesn't just get destroyed from age, me playing around with it. Boom, there we go. And as I said, you got two areas where you can add new wires. So just undoing the bolts, screws, whatever, garbage. And we will add the new line. So that can come out more. There we go. So there will be a max setting of when you pull these things out. Make sure they're nice and clean, good, not corroded. So those are the lines we're going to use. We'll clip off all the extra stuff. Just taking a look at them. Yeah, they're fine. This is all low voltage stuff anyway, so we don't really have to worry about it. By low voltage, I mean the bulb itself is equivalent to a 60 watt, but is only maybe 12 watts or however it is these days. And once again, it doesn't actually matter. Am I in the frame? Yeah, there we go. Once again, it doesn't actually matter. So this is what it looks like currently. And it doesn't actually matter what I'm doing here. So that's all nice and tight. There we go. And then we'll just do this up. And again, when you're adding the wires, go with the screw. There we go. So once again, just have that done there. Just tuck it all in. It's kind of messy, but it doesn't really matter. There. So there you go. That's done. Pull this right up. Click all this into place. Not bad for something that's ancient. And you have a brand new light. There we go. Good. Let's plug it in. Done. Boom. Thank you for watching. As always, get a licensed electrician to do your work, or have everything inspected by a licensed electrician. You do not want to be causing any kind of fires or hazards within your home.